Hi, this is Bo. Thanks for joining me today. I am so pleased to introduce my friend Jeffie, who is an artist and a freelance floral designer in San Jose. And I've been lucky enough to attend some of Jeffie's Wreath workshops in the past. And she's agreed to come to my house, and we're making a couple mini wreaths today out of some material that is mostly just foraged from our homes and that of our neighbors, with their permission, of course. So we're going to give you a little how-to and hope you enjoy. Take it away, Jeffie.
Sure. So we gathered some things from our gardens, which like the privet, the dodonea, rose hips, and then some things we added from the market just to make them more Christmassy. So some of the evergreen leaves and these red berries. And to prep it, we just cut everything about 3 or 4 inches long so that as we're adding it around the wreath, they're already the right size. And if you're making wreaths with friends, it's nice to divide up all the material ahead of time so you kind of know what you're going to work with. So we just made this out of a thicker wire into like a hoop, and then attached a very thin flexible wire that's going to help us wrap each thing in place. And I like to make sort of a little bundle in my hand of a few things that I like the look of, and then I put it along the line of the wreath wire, hold it in place, and then I wrap the thin wire over the top and pull it tight. So that will be my first little bundle. And then I move the hoop a tiny bit this way so that the next bundle I put on covers the stems of the one I've just put on. So that one goes there. And today we're including things that aren't just like a traditional bright red. We also have like maroon and some orange from the rose hips. So kind of different iterations of red. So this is a carnation that will last pretty well out of water. And I'm putting it in front of the maroon dodonea. And this is my next bundle, so I wrap around and pull it tight. And then just to create contrast, I'll probably go back to having some plain green in front of that. And that covers up the stems. And you can think ahead to what you have and think you might place everything sort of interspersed evenly, or some people like to do like a very showy area with like a lot of special accents all in one place for kind of like a dramatic asymmetrical wreath, or you can have it kind of a harmonious symmetrical design. So right now I'm almost halfway through, which is a good time to kind of assess your materials that are left to see if it's being distributed the way you want to. So I have 7 of the carnations, and since they're kind of the focal point, I'm just gonna lay them out visually and see if I'm gonna have enough to go around. And I am, so that I feel better about it. It's just nice to sort of check how things are going. So now we're ready to add the very last bundle, which is a little different than the others. So I like to have it ready in my hands, and then you kind of lift up where you were working from to start and add it in so that it's gonna nestle in between when that flops back down. So I'll put my last round of wire and pull it tight, and then just kind of check to see if it kind of floofs out and finishes. And if it does, then I like to, you have your wire pulled tight, and I bend it and pull it around so I've got like, right now I have a loop and the loose part, and then you just give it a good tight twist, and that can, I'll cut off the extra, and this part can now be your hanger, and you have your wreath.